All right, we are back once again for the Grizzlies. Grizz Culture Podcast. My bad, I was thinking about the Grizzlies. But yeah, we're going to wrap up Media Day today right quick, man. We're going to try to get one in about all what we saw with Media Day, man. Hey, whoever want to jump in, man, just random. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it.
No structure or nothing, just real one word, real Memphis stuff, just like our hype video, just straight culture.
Oh yes,
salute to the hype video.
We can start with that hype video, bro. Like I saw the hype video. That's maybe the first thing I saw this morning.
Yeah,
and am I saying it? Glorilla, right?
I think that's who that was.
Okay, I sound kind of old, so I said, "Is that right? Is that
help
right?"
Us that's the young one on here, brother. Help us.
Look, and it's funny. Right? I'm at a place now where I be having to really learn who these rappers are now.
Yeah.
But now it's Glorilla.
Okay. Yeah, she look, that John hard. You know what I mean? Like, you can say what you want about her, but you might like that. What? That John hard. She had the perfect voice for that John. The you know what I'm saying, the segue she came into it. You know what I'm saying? When in the beginning when the girl got up, like that's me. When he got up, when they were getting Bang was getting into it with the Minnesota coach. He said, That's me right there.
That's me right there.
Yep. And the whole then to Zebo, I think he was smoking a cigar. Looking at I think a panel of old Grizzlies photos of memorabilia or whatever like that.
Yeah, man.
It was bruh, you play that like in the beginning of the game. I started the fourth quarter.
Bruh.
Ooh.
Bruh.
That just
it go hard.
Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you on that. That was nice. It was hard.
Man. It was hard, man. What was crazy, I got a homeboy of mine, my homeboy Wildress is a big 76ers fan. He said, bro, if I wasn't a 76ers fan, just for that video, I'm with y'all. He said, it's so much culture in that joint, and we know what culture stand for. You know what I'm saying? On the Grizz Culture podcast. But yeah, man, they said there's so much culture in that joint. It's just, I love it, you know. So I saw other person say, man, this is the blackest NBA video I ever seen, and I love it.
It is, bro.
Ain't nobody else gonna have that.
Man.
Ain't no other team in the NBA gonna do that, bro. Nobody gonna do it.
No, and that's why I love it, because it embodies literally everything. What you say? It was a big noise, big talk.
Yeah,
it obviously ended up with Big Memphis, but everything she was saying, you know, they showed the clips. You know what I'm saying? Getting into it. You know what I'm saying? With Draymond, getting into it. You know, with the other players talking that talk. Like it's just it embodies us, even if we are, you know, not the underdogs anymore. Like people are, you know, but that's still. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't think we ever gonna kind of lose that mentality, because it just fits the culture of Memphis. So it's like we ain't no front runners. You know what I mean?
No way at all. No shape at all. Go ahead, MK. What you got, bro?
No. That's to really piggy off that. That's really why I believe this is such a great time in the city and with this franchise, because I believe. Because we have that underdog kind of mentality in a way where we know where we got the chip on our shoulder. We're the ones that's always trying to chase. I believe that's going to go well with us with never being satisfied, even when we do win a title. We'll be one of those teams and franchises that'll say, let's repeat. Let's three-peat. Let's try, we're constantly trying to see what we can do, because everyone understands that Memphis always kind of got this cloud over over the city based on how the nation looks in Memphis. And so when you put that in consideration with the attitude and our swag and just everything that makes Memphis, and then now we're winning on top of that, I can, you look at Ja, like he may be shining, he may have all the grills and the watches, and he may be doing all that, but then you still, you hear him talking, he still feel like, man, but I was number 2 though, and not number 1, in that draft class. So, and that to me, being the leader of our team is gonna go very far. So I'm that video. If I was already excited for the season, I was already ready for the season. Yeah. That right there got me more ready.
All right, man. So, the Glorilla video, man, that was dope for the intro. What else y'all saw? I know JB, you was about to say something.
Now, I was about to ask y'all, like, for me, like, the feel, of the Grizz culture. We on the Grizz culture podcast, right? So
Yeah,
it's
man.
like I think the feel of it, to me, we feel like a college program almost, to me, in a sense,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's like who, like, you remember back in the day, Georgetown and all that. When you went to those schools, you played a certain way, you
Mm-hmm.
had that certain mentality, you had that attitude.
Yeah.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And so
Yeah.
that's what we feeling like. We feeling like we could become one of those organizations or programs to where, like, if you go to Miami, you got to be in shape. You got to, be tough.
Yeah. They
If you
got
come
that
you come
culture.
to Memphis, you
Right.
got to, right, be in the
Yeah.
same way. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's something that we're not gonna lose, because it's like it's the part of the identity of the city and the organization. So I just want to see what y'all thought about that. Like, we kind of feel like, we obviously got the Tigers, but it's almost like the Grizzlies almost feel kind of like a college program, because Penny recruiting off
Mm-hmm.
of, you know what I'm
Off the
saying,
grid.
Ja, we got the boy Davis. You can be Desmond. You can
Yeah.
be, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, Ty. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
now all of that helps. And then now that we actually have a player that should have been a Memphis Tiger anyways, we ain't gonna say nothing. And Mr. Chandler
Yeah.
that plays for the
Oh yeah.
Grizzlies now. So
I
it's
don't
it's
want to talk about
like,
that.
Right.
Yeah.
you
Right.
know, we
Right.
ain't gonna get into that today, but
And they fumbled the
at the
bag on that one. But anyway, go
Man.
ahead, bro.
but
Yeah.
all of that helps the cause of Memphis. And like you
Yeah.
said, Penny, Lord knows he been using the mess out of this marketing situation to
Yeah.
recruit players, which is
Yeah.
As he
smart. I would
should.
do the same thing.
Yeah.
But
As he should. Yeah.
as he should. So it really is fun because the Tigers, we may have not been at the mountaintop, but we're at least we got the hype.
Yeah.
With Penny, as long
Yeah.
as Penny's there, the hype will be there. So you got the hype of Penny and the Tigers, and
Yeah.
then it's at the same time where the Grizzlies' optimism has never been higher. So
Yeah.
it's just a fun feel in the
Absolutely.
city. And then Memphis hip hop is kind of on the scene on top of that, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just a lot
Well,
going
ain't no
on with
kinda
Memphis.
should we.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, as far as Memphis
Nah,
running the
they
jump,
Run,
they,
running,
they
personally,
really are.
yeah, you're
for the
running,
last
running
few
everything
years.
right now for real.
Yeah, and
So-
everybody young.
So what y'all thought? What some of y'all thoughts about Media Day, man? Some of the interviews y'all was able to hear and stuff like that, man. I go first. One of the people that really impressed me, and I didn't expect it to, because Media Day, a lot of times, man, folks just kicking it, So you see Ja, he got his grill in, he just kicking it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There ain't no serious talk for real. But
Yeah.
I say two people that stood out to me. One was Dylan. Like Dylan, when I heard Dylan's interview, man, my man was so surgical with the assessment of what he worked on. He's like, yeah, I need my percentage to be higher. You know what I mean? I want to stay in the game longer.
Yes.
He's like, he said, I get aggravated. He said, I go to sleep dreaming about defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, it's hard for him to train on it beyond like working on his calves. I mean, not his calves, his hamstrings and his legs, because game time level defense, he ain't gonna get that playing free play, so to speak. I ain't thinking the best word, but you know what I'm talking about, scrimmages or whatever. He ain't gonna get that in non-NBA situations.
Yeah.
So like, I loved his how surgical he was with that. I was like, okay, my man ready for this year.
Yeah, I'm
And then-
glad he said that. I'm glad he said
Yeah.
that about the field goal percentage.
Yeah, because that's something he had to get better at, man. Like, because
Yeah,
like
we
I
want to stay
think
on the
Dylan-
floor.
I think Dylan is, and I think, if y'all just not ever hearing us or watching us, this all started from a group chat that we've been in for like 3 years. So in the group chat, we done got rid of Dylan 3 and 4 times.
Man, for real.
Dylan and Jaron.
3 or 4 times actually in that last series in the Golden State series.
in
by
the
himself.
Golden State series.
And I was his biggest advocate.
Yeah, MKJ
even
was
I
the
was
biggest
like-
Dylan supporter, but after cooling off a little bit, and after the season, like, I'm so glad we still got him. I love his tenacity. I feel like he's like, he got the mentality of Tony Allen, but terribly, he also has the mentality of Kobe in scoring. He is,
Wearing
ain't
his
he number
number.
24?
Yeah.
I was like, so, and I think that was his favorite player.
Didn't he say in there? My bad. See, didn't he say
Yeah,
in
go
there
ahead, bro.
too that he said he's willing. He actually wants to play small ball 4, so he can get whatever he got to do to get more time on the court.
Yeah, and that's
And
perfect.
I thought that was interesting.
That's perfect, because how much, we talked about this in our last episode, like who will take the spot of Jaren with Jaren being injured, and I would rather Dylan play 4. and put young boy in the game. What's the little kid with
Who
the
you
big hair?
talking about?
Zaire.
Zaire.
Yeah,
the real
because-
ZW.
They'll bring Zaire in because Zaire, I mean, when you get through, he's 6'10", dog. You know, he little, but he's long.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like a Brandon Ingram. You know, I think,
Right.
you know, he could become more like Brandon Ingram, but he has that same length. And then DB is strong enough. I mean, he held Karl Anthony Towns in the playoffs and, like, slowed him down for real.
Which, you know, don't say a whole lot because Cat can be a little soft. But
a little.
He a big dude though. He a big dude.
He a big boy.
Is
a big dude. So
he don't like being guarded by a smaller man. But yeah, that was the two. Yeah. And also I meant to say Laravia. Hear him talk. Laravia got swag, man. Like I saw him on
About
that.
to say
he got a little swag.
Like he sound like one of them Memphis white boys, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean. He like the dude that he might got a grill at the house. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, he got one.
Yeah, right.
So what impressed y'all, man, from what y'all saw today?
Honestly, Desmond, man.
Okay.
Desmond. When I saw Desmond speak, he's not feeling himself in any type of way. He don't think he has arrived or on the way to arrive, and he just like, nah, I'm putting in the work. I ain't never gonna feel like I've made it because I've already been at the bottom. You know, kind of pretty much where you're from. And I think with Verno, with the Chris Vernon show, he was explaining his certain things I didn't know. I knew he was from a small school, but I think he said he graduated class 20 people.
Yeah.
And then half of them people was on the basketball, like something like
team.
that.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, he really from the bottom, like, you know, as far as basketball wise goes.
Yeah.
You know, and so to me, when you coming from that type of environment, to him, like he ain't never gonna lose that.
Yeah.
He ain't never gonna lose that to that degree. So yeah.
No, I agree. I love hearing Bane and just how, I mean, he like, you would think he wasn't top 3, top 5. He might have been number 1 actually in 3-point field goal percent. Like, you would think he, you know, wasn't doing any of that. The way he was just talking, the way he was like, nah, man, yeah, we won 50-some games, but we didn't do anything.
Right.
We only went to the second round. So that type of, you know, and I really feel that's going to be the reason why. I mean, the 1-2 obviously is still Ja and Triple J, you know. But I feel like as time progresses, we're going to see Ja and Bane be even much closer. Because
hold on. I'm gonna push back on that a little bit, MK, just a little bit.
Okay.
Now this for me. When I say 1-2, when I think of 1-2, I'm thinking like your top offensive options. That's
yeah.
You know what I mean? But now I think Jaren is like the anchor on the other end. Like, to me, I think it's good now. We don't need Jaren to be a superstar. You know what I mean? We just need Jaren to, as we said offline, like, to be a big dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be a star in your role. And then Desmond, I mean, to me, he can be like Clay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not really pushing back, but I'm just saying, like, to me, I think it's out the water. Just like Jaren don't got to be our second best player.
No.
He just need to be our best player on the defensive end.
Right.
But as far as offensively, he give us 16, 17, 18 points a game. He's solid.
Yeah. I think that's what hurt, you know, a lot of Grizz fans, including I know myself at times, is realizing Jaren's position and not valuing his defensive side enough. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, him and Ja the same age, and a lot of times we look at Ja, everything is explosive. Boom. You know, Ja come on camera, it's like boom. You know what I'm saying? Everything with Ja, it's just a big splash. But with Jaren, Jaren is like the defensive anchor. His greatest asset, I can't even think of the right word, but his greatest asset.
Right.
There we go. Yeah, his greatest asset is careful. No,
I already know, bro. I do
Finish the word.
Right. His greatest asset is his defense, man, because he's long. He's a great defender. You know, he called himself the Black Panther. I ain't really like that name, but hey, he came over and blessed his heart. You know, I love the movie, but I don't love the name. But one of his greatest assets is his defense, man. And I think, like you said, JB, he get about 16, get his boys up to at least about 8. I understand because
Yeah, at least 8. Yeah.
Big Steven Adams is down there. He's gobbling up a lot of them. I get it and I understand it. But get like 8, especially when Steven ain't on there. That's when you need to get his rebounds up. But other than that, I think Jaren is really trending where he should be. And I think a lot of times we have Grizzlies fans miscast him in a role that he wasn't supposed to be because he was the first one to get here. So he's like, okay, we got 2 superstars. And actually, our number 2 came in Bane more so than Jaren.
Okay, so
You know what
y'all
I'm
saying
I'm with you on that.
So y'all officially saying that it's Ja, Bane, Triple J.
No, I'm saying it's Ja Triple J, but Triple J's importance is not the offense. Triple J,
Right.
like, is really Jaren number 1 defense,
Yeah.
Ja number 1 offense, then Bane, and then everybody else, in my opinion. That's what
Okay,
naturally, though.
When they market us, when they put stuff out there, like when they do us for the Christmas Day game, they gonna have Ja and they gonna have Jaren up there.
Yep.
But I'm saying I'm not depicting that because he's gonna be the most second marketable star for us to be on. But as far as us, as far as Memphis and fans go to speak, like we know what's up. Like we know he's important, but I'm no longer holding him to a standard. Like I got a lot of friends. Oh, John, we need to trade him because he not averaging 20. You know, he 4th pick. Like I'm not expecting that for him anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He don't have to score 20 for us to be a championship team.
No.
I ain't gonna lie. I need.
But I know you different, MK. What you say? Go on, say it, man. Go on, say it.
He's still holding on to a tinge of it.
Well. The first thing I wanted to say was when I was saying with Ja and Bane, I feel like in a sense that they'll be closer as brothers, as a friendship. I feel like they'll have a lot more in common, which means you'll see them be with each other more. And when you have that type of continuity off the court, you're almost invincible on the court. Yeah. And kind of like, and I think it actually could be better than what we see with Curry and Clay. Because obviously I know Curry and Clay are close. They love each other. But I never caught the sense that they were just boys off the court.
No.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't believe they are.
Yeah. But with Ja and Bane, I believe that could be like I believe they could real deal be boys off the court that can really make them explosive on the court for years and years to come. Because, Jaren, he has personality, the way he dressed, and, he dropped a little, a hip-hop album early this year and all this other type stuff. So he got some personality.
It wasn't trash, but yeah. Anyway, go ahead, bro.
You know how I felt about it. But he put it out, and it is what it is.
Yeah,
it's that. Yeah. But at the same time, we'll go with that. But at the same time, I still believe that they're gonna, like JB said, they're gonna market, the tall man, the short man. That goes way back in time. We get all that. Yep. But at the same time, I believe Ja and Bane will find themselves being closer, which I believe will manifest to much more production on the court. Having said that, I still need Triple J to give me about 18 and 8, man. If I can get,
okay,
I'll take 18 and 8.
I'll take 18 and 8.
But I take 18 and 8. I think that's probably gonna be the peak for him though. Like I don't think that's gonna be the regular average. Like I think Ja for the rest of his career gonna at least be at minimum 22, right? For the rest of his career. I think Bane gonna probably peak about 24 and probably minimum 20, right? I think Jaren gonna average be 16, but I would like for him to get. I'm not mad at 18. I thought you about to say 20, so I don't think 20.
I've given up on that.
Yeah, I know you were saying about him and Bane being close. I don't know if y'all seen. Ja has his own YouTube channel, and I think it's shot by like his cousin. I think it's like shot by Nye or something like that. And they had one with the birthday party for his daughter, and obviously the daughter's mother and Bane was in the shot. You know what I'm saying? It was just like that was the only other team player in there was Bane. So I think they already kind of got that vibe, man. So
plus they're both well, Ja ain't a new father, but he still got a young child. Yeah. Bane is finna have. Well, no, he just had his child.
Yeah, he had his child. Yeah.
And so now they're kind of also growing as men. Together. They're growing as fathers. All of this is happening around the same time in their lives, while the team is peaking at an all-time high. So
Yeah.
I believe them together just off the court is gonna be what makes them even more special on the court.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Desmond gave me that vibe though. Like doing this whole media takeoff that I saw. Laravia, like I said, I think he gonna fit right in. Even Chandler and Lofton, whenever they get acclimated to the team, because they'll probably be mainly with the hustle for the most part.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm gonna go to some hustle games to see them.
I know, right? That'll be a nice little ticket. But yeah, Desmond, Laravia, because to me, I saw Coach speak earlier. Like, and Coach he don't really give you nothing.
He
He
say a whole
do the
lot,
coach
don't be
speak.
saying nothing.
Right. You know what I mean? So he said his little spiel. He did what he did. I wasn't expecting much from him, but I think like we talked to on previous episodes, like he's clearly has way more personality in the locker room, or they wouldn't be following him like they doing. But he give us, that everyday, that type of coach speak. But I think it's clear behind closed doors that he's opening up his personality toward them. We saw a tad bit of that in the playoffs when he got real rah-rah, you know what I mean? Like after I forgot what game that was, but
we
maybe
beat Minnesota one of them games.
Yeah, Minnesota.
He flexed to the crowd.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So that showed me that he was okay. He not giving it to us, but he's showing he's showing it to the team, which that's most important because they don't want got to follow you anyway. So
yeah. Also, I saw Big Lofton. It looked like he lost a little weight. He looked a little bit slimmer. You know what I'm saying? His interview, he was kind of shy because I think it's his first time, but he looked a little bit slimmer. That was something else that stood out to me, man. And really, that was it. I know
Concord, John. I saw him. I saw his I saw him his interview, and he seemed very. He kind of let loose too, kind of like a little bit, kind of like Chandler did, to a degree. So and
I
we gonna
like
need him
Control.
this year.
Yeah, I like him. I think he's gonna have a really good season off the bench too. I think he's gonna do gel really well with the new guys, and I personally I'm expecting to see some similar production, if not better, from what we saw him last year.
So I also saw that Kleiman spoke. I didn't get a chance to hear that where Kleiman spoke. I'm not sure what he said. I was trying to look and see what the clips. I don't think it was nothing significant other than talks about Jaren. I know Jaren put up a tweet that he'll be back soon. Ja commented on it real soon, and then Jaren talked about that he's already back in the gym working on some stuff. So hopefully, man, my hope and prayer is that he'll be back by Thanksgiving. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? Because I think if he's not, it's probably just on the team being extra cautious, and they will do that. My man sat out a whole season almost, and probably was done. He probably was ready at Martin Luther King Day. So hopefully,
exactly. I just don't want him to be his first game on Christmas Day.
That's what I don't.
I just don't want his first game, or even a week before that. I think he needs at least 3 or 4 weeks before Christmas Day.
Because that's such a big game, man. He may end up getting hurt again because he's gonna be too hyped.
That adrenaline,
you know what I mean?
That adrenaline gonna be gone.
Yeah.
I mean, but it was encouraging, just the fact that that he is saying soon, because we're at the end of September now. He could easily have just been like, nothing to be said or to be announced or to be determined or whatever. So for me, it was the fact that he's saying it, and then the fact that Ja was like, it could be sooner than that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's because if you're talking soon right now, like literally 2 months from now will be Thanksgiving. Right. So like a lot can happen in 8 weeks. So I'm good. I'm good with that. If he do come by that time or even 1st of December, like that's good with me. I'm cool.
Yeah. The other crazy thing is this Saturday be their first preseason game. That is ridiculous, brother. It
is crazy, bro.
It seems unreal that it's that quick. They gonna be in a preseason game just this weekend. Man.
Yeah, and they should get a lot of run. They should get a lot of run with that, especially with and Roddy too. Roddy slimmed down a little bit too. Like Or at least
Yeah.
more sleeker. I don't know if he actually
Mm-hmm.
lost weight, but he looks a little bit more, sleek.
Yeah, I think he will end up being a surprise this season because he's skilled, man. Like if he just played a role, and when I heard him talk, he said this, which was so great. To what I hear, they said they asked him basically like, I don't know if they asked him, but he kind of volunteered. This is who he want to model his game after. And he said Draymond Green and Grant Williams, two big
Mm.
men that can. Now Draymond, young Draymond can shoot a little bit. Now he ain't shooting that
Yep.
much no more, but his main
Right.
focus now is basically like a point guard, a big point guard and defensive lockdown guy. So Roddy got the body,
Yes, he
free
does.
free bars, but he do
Roddy
got
got
the
the
body. He's a
body. I
big-
like that. See,
Yeah,
that boy
Roddy
rhyming.
got
boy.
the
Look-
body. Roddy got the.
Yeah, the man, big body Roddy. He got the size to be able to play it, but he got skill,
Yeah.
man. When we watched him in the summer league, listen, like
Yeah.
he didn't start off good, but towards the end he was nice. Another thing I heard Laravia said, which is more common to me, they asked him about the summer league experience and like why he wasn't shooting. He said, man, when I came out there game one, I wanted to make sure I could do it. So he was letting it fly. He said after that, I was just being a team player. That's why I wasn't shooting as much. So if that's true, then okay. I didn't want my man to be gunshot because he got a pure and beautiful looking jumper.
Right.
But
Dude.
Playing with a Ja Morant
Remind me of
Ty,
myself.
or a Stones, you got to let that thing go. You know what I'm saying? You got to let that thing go. For real.
Yes, especially
Yeah,
in this
he
pace.
don't have to. Because to me, like if you put him in Kyle Anderson's spot, when Ja run that lane and they collapsing on him,
Yep.
them wings, them two corners gonna be open. You put him
Yep.
over there, he hitting at least 50% of them shots probably.
Absolutely.
If
Absolutely.
he wide open. And
And he
right
ain't gonna
there,
take
that's the
40
difference.
years to get the shot up. Unlike
Man.
Kyle.
Yeah, that.
Man, you said a lot right there.
Cause he like, and I really like Kyle. I really hate we couldn't keep him, but
Yeah, me too.
Like I really like his
Yeah.
game, but it was a lot of games where I was like, okay,
Oh yeah,
in the
and
corner.
another, my bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
No, you good. Just it was a lot of games where you would see Ja
Yeah.
take it out to the corner. They go Kyle, and he's taking his everlasting time. And sometimes he'll get that shot
Man.
blocked, and that was frustrating.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
had to dish it out. But another thing that really stood out with Desmond too, I just remembered that when he was talking about that he should not even play the Minnesota series after
Yeah,
game
I'm glad
one
you brought that up. Yep.
because
I
he was
remember that.
like he should not he said in the second quarter of game one. I think he said he got hurt. He said he really probably should not play. No, because I'm like, he ain't looking right. Like,
Right.
and so he kind of went into explaining exactly what he was feeling, what the diagnosis actually was. So that was good to see. Cause I was like, man, if we would have had Bang like we should have beat them 4-1 easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Minnesota, but.
Because early in the series, man, he was going nuts, dog. Like, he was averaging like 28. Yep. Like, they could not do nothing with him. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So, yeah, that was very interesting that he, explained that. I think he said he had like a bulging disc in his back or something like that.
Yeah. So his back was like flicked it, like it was slanted or something like that.
Yeah.
When he was looking in the mirror with it. So that was, I want to say it was comforting to hear because I was just like, he kind of, did he lose his superpowers? Like, because they wasn't leading on to him it being that big of a thing. It was just kind of his back was sore.
Yeah.
But with him saying that, it sounded like, shoot, I give him props for looking as good as he did.
Yeah.
The way he was talking about it because he came on them last 3 games of the series.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's a good sign that he tough enough to really, go through that and not really, because he could have came in the press conference at the end, been like, I ain't right. I looked at my back last night. It was this way and that way. Like he kept it G and didn't say nothing about it. Just went on about his business.
Yeah, he another thing he talked about in that interview was he worked on pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? Worked on operating in the pick and roll better. And you get him and somebody like say, and the Grizzlies don't do this a lot, and I really think they should have him like Jaren and somebody in the pick and roll. They always do the pick and roll with Steve-O, Big Steven Adams, and because he's so big. But if you have Jaren and say Jaren and Bane do a pick and roll, both of them can shoot.
Yep.
So whoever you go to, the other person is open, gonna be able to shoot. So if if they double up on Bane, they kick it to Jaren, he can shoot the 3, or you kick it back to Bane, you can shoot the 3. So I think that'll be good. You know, the whole NBA is all ran on pick and roll. You know, the best players play pick and roll well, as in the CP3. You know what I'm saying? LeBron does it pretty good. The best players know how to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And I think too, like we were talking about LaRavia, like of course he can shoot it, but he can catch them lobs too.
Yeah.
Like he got a little.
We got some athletes,
athleticism on him.
Mm-hmm. One person I didn't hear talking, I would have loved to hear was BC. I think he's gonna have a good year this year. Brandon Clark. I think he's gonna have a better year than what people think, because he had a great series against Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the reason we won a few of those games, because they was shutting Ja down. Unfortunately, I'm not saying Ja. He still was averaging over 20 points, but they had a guy that was 6'8" and just as quick as him. And what's dude's name?
Edwards.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards. You know, that was just as quick as Ja and bigger, and they was really disrupting Ja's offense. But BC was cutting up in that game, and I think he's gonna really help too with Jaren being out, having BC.
Oh yeah, you know how much I love me some BC anyway.
Yeah.
So so I love BC's game because it's a simple game. You know what you're gonna get. He goes straight to his strengths. He doesn't try to do anything extra. And what he does is needed. Like, we be needing those little floaters. We be needing those little putbacks. Like, that stuff, it may not, show up as 10, 10, and 4 or nothing like that, but it's going to show up in W's and his impact, and, let the analytics tell it, the plus minuses and all that stuff. So now I love BC's game. I think it's perfect for the jumpy, runny, and he's also exciting because he can dunk. He can get those putbacks and rebounds and lobs and things of that nature. So now BC, I think, he's one of them guys that I've been a fan of really since day one. And, he's the reason we won our Summer League championship. He was MVP that year. So,
Right.
So,
he actually, I remember hearing him I did hear a little clip of what he said in some of the media day, and he brought up that, because I think they're in extension talks, and he basically saying, he said he's on board. He want to be here. He loved the team. He loved the city. He loved everything about it, and it sounded like he wanted to say more, but he kind of caught himself. So it sounded like they kind of in talks to really get a negotiation, kind of done with that, because like y'all said, I think he is. I mean, shoot, we won 2 games because of him, bro. Like,
absolutely,
he was the MVP, especially in he the one that kind of got us going when Ja was out in that Golden State. With that home when we won by 50 or whatever it was. Like, he got our mojo going, and we just skated on from there. And won the games in Minnesota. So if we get him, I think we're gonna sew him up, get him in negotiation talks, and go ahead and get him extended, because if he continues also to expand his game, that can give us so many more options, because really he can play the 5, he can play the 4.
Yeah.
In gaps, he can play 3 if he, depending on how he expand his game. So
he'll make at least one corner 3.
He'll
make
one.
Yeah.
He'll make about one of them. Yeah. So last thing, man, I wanted to point out, man, is another indication that we have made it as a franchise. Do you know, I heard on Chris Vernon's show, they made mention of it. It's like right before they went live, you can hear them talking, and they was like, okay, yeah, we got this room here. ESPN had their own room set up in the Grizzlies for their own media, them pulling the Grizzlies out to talk about, and NBA TV was in there. Both of them set up shop inside the FedEx Forum to be there for our media day. So, like, we here, bro, for real.
No, that's it.
Here.
And get used to being there. Y'all gonna be seeing how many games we got this year? Like, shoot.
Like 20
well, they say 18. They don't count the NBA TV, but it's 28.
28
with 28 total.
NBA TV, right.
With the NBA TV. So
I'm counting all that.
Right.
Outside of Memphis, it count. You know what I mean?
Right.
Thank you. Because back then, we would get only 2 NBA TV games. So
right. And be happy about it.
But they black out here.
The Kings or somebody. So.
Yeah, man. So, hey, man, good Good vibes all the way, man. We about to get started for real. We'll be back with some more podcasts here because, hey, the season's getting started, man. Now I know definitely my brother JB and I am in football mode, but we have to pull out of football mode a little bit to get to this
Right.
Grizzly stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, my Titans won yesterday, so I got something to cheer.
Y'all did, man. Y'all did.
It was
man.
the Raiders,
Hey,
but we'll take it.
Derrick Henry looked like Derrick Henry again yesterday. So, hey, salute.
He
But, you know,
did.
playing those Raiders, and the Raiders, they shouldn't look that bad, but they bad. But anyway, this is not a football podcast. This is an NBA podcast, and particularly the Grizzlies.
Y'all go ahead and please go ahead and subscribe to this podcast, y'all.
Yes,
go
sir.
ahead and click that like button on this video and subscribe button. I see the views and stuff keep on growing and going up.
That's right.
So we would much appreciate it. And shout out to all the other Grizzly media out there. You know what I'm saying?
Salute.
All y'all out there. I just got a follow the other day with the Memphis Grizzlies NBA. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what's up.
Everybody with, they got a whole grindcitymedia.com. Like all them folks. Jessica Benson, Devin, Berno, Roser, Jason,
our
John,
brother
all
Sane.
those folks, man.
Big Anthony
Sane. My guy Sane. Of course.
And during the media days, don't be surprised if you see any of us with the actual players interviewing them with y'all.
It's coming.
So,
it's coming. It's coming.
Don't be surprised.
Yes, sir.
You dig.
All right, man. We'll be back soon. We out.
Yeah.